Hello and welcome to another Dominion League match, Season 76 in C1, playing against Catstealer. In a little while since we played, we had a run of seasons where we were playing a bunch. So we've got Steward as the only trashing. Longship and Stowaway are the only draw. Oh, there's also Plan. Okay, so we could like Plan Steward. I was thinking of opening Alley Steward. But Plan Steward and Trash an Estate before the shuffle seems pretty good. Although Alley Steward does... Well, no. Trashing an Estate before the shuffle also guarantees we see the Steward. Well... It's really not a huge difference. I think the difference is mainly, like, if we want an alley, I think it might be better to just get the alley anyway. We probably do. Like, I could definitely see the argument for Plan Steward, but... We want to trash 10 cards with the Steward, so we want to trash 5 times anyway, so the plan doesn't necessarily actually help all that much. Okay, so we really want to see the Steward here. But we don't. We could save an estate, though. Buy a 3. And then we do get to trash 2 estates. I think that sounds good. And do we want to start in on stowaways already? Might. We could also take a snowy village. Snowy village isn't really going to do anything, but we also don't have to worry about like eternal collision in case we can't afford to play the stowaway, but I think I'll go ahead and take the stowaway. Oh, right, we're going to have 3 here anyway. I guess we can take snowy village here. Yeah, let's do that. There's not much reason not to play the alley now. Okay. We just draw 2. I mean, I guess if we draw the snowy village, we can save it. Yeah. Okay, we could also just get a longship here. That seems reasonable. Okay. Well, we just take another longship. I suppose... Definitely... I would have preferred to trash and then like get a stowaway or something, I think, but oh well. We probably are going to want to play with Camel Train at some point, so that's something to look into. Come on. Alright. Let's just Let's just trash 2 and get a stowaway. Interesting. I don't really want to play both of my longships here, I don't think. Let's see, the steward, okay. Save the estate. We want to get a camel train already. I kind of do. Alrighty. Draw everything. Hmm. We want to just get more stowaways. Yeah, probably. And then this turn, probably want to get some gold. Camel train of gold and get 3 gold. We have 6 coins in the deck, so that should be doable. If we can see everything, which we will be able to if catstealer gains a stowaway. It doesn't. I guess we discard a stowaway with Alley, and then we still have. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright. Coins. Style of gold. Play these. I'm still gonna probably want to trash copper. But now we've got some more payload to work with. We are potentially going to need one more buy, like one more snowy village. Pretty annoying because it's effectively terminal. Potentially address that to some extent by adding more long ships. I guess native village is another option. Native village could set aside provinces, so that would be good. We can find them with Alley, which we have a lot of duration draw, so that should be possible. Okay, so question is, do we steward trash or take money or possibly save? 9 coins and 2 buys. That might just be good enough anyway. So we could trash. Well, it would be 10, in fact. We could just go native village province. I don't know if that's premature. What do we do with the camel train? I think I'm committed to doing this anyway. What if we had 7 coins? No, we would have 9 coins. We save we have 8 coins. We could go long ship, like double long ship native village. That's the problem is we don't really need 2 long ships right now. We'd also exile a gold and plan to get that later. Save copper. I think I'm down for this. Save copper by into village, long ship. And then this turn, I think we maybe get like one more long ship and the golds out, and then we province starting next turn. Oh, I need to not forget about Snowy Village as well, which I totally did. Well, I mean, if the goal is double province, it's not necessarily a problem. We just have our 3 golds again. We could, like, save native village. No, that doesn't work. If we don't trash, we have as much as 13 coins, which would be enough for save longship gold. And then we'd have, with 6 gold, we have enough for, like, save double province every turn. Although we'd want another native village, I guess. All right, do we want to set aside a copper is another question. I think not, actually. We could just go gold snowy. We don't get to... But that gives us the extra buy. Although then we don't get the longship. Is a little bit awkward. Maybe that's fine. Maybe it's fine. We can probably find a way to smooth it out. There's no way I want to react here. Okay, so we need to figure out what we want to save. I guess we can ally the... Like, I guess ideally, I think we save the native village? Or, where do we need to play it? We got 18. We want to get a province. Probably save. That's 9. We go ahead and take, like, stowaway and or longship now. Another native village. Native village province save would be 11. So we could, like, set aside a gold or save a gold or something. 15. And maybe we get another stowaway. Oh, I forgot about the steward. Maybe we save the steward. Get 2 stowaways. Now we've only got the 1 longship in play, but if we get to react stowaway, then that'll help. If we don't, oh well. More death cart. I don't really understand the death cart line. It's not like it's more efficient than gold. And then if we do react stowaway, the question becomes how many stowaways do we want to react here? We may not get the opportunity. I guess exiling death cart does mean you don't take the ruins if you don't want to take the ruins, which it's not entirely clear to me anyway. Okay, I think we just want to pick up the gold here. Steward. Draw. That last card is a stowaway? Yes. Okay. Maybe we just save the native village then. 18. I'm gonna get that. No, wait, that doesn't make sense. We just exile the stowaway as a denial play. I want 1 more longship. I don't really need more than that. 18. We take the longship, and we don't need the longship to activate the stowaways. I just want it for duration balance. Be 13. Save would be 14. I guess we could take another steward. Or just take the stowaway. We take more alleys. Province. Longship. And maybe we just take the 2 alleys. It'll help line up the provinces with the native village. Alright. Maybe overinvested in reliability, but we should be pretty reliable. Maybe 3 allies is too many. Now that I think about it. Guess we'll find out. Because we do want to like discard 2 provinces and then set them aside. We're about 10 cards. So we really don't need to react with stowaway here, even if we have the option. Can we... I wonder if we could win this turn. We have 3 buys, 3 death carts, and a stowaway. Yes, the answer is yes, we could. want to camel train. All right, so we just play that to set aside this long ship, sure. That, do that. I guess I'll pick up the long ship. I don't think I need it, but camel train, exiling, death cart. Death cart. Death cart. Stowaway. Yeah, I'm not really sure what catstealer's plan was there, but I don't agree with the death cart business. All right, we've got Rush, Overlord, and Raise. So there's some potential for like turn 1 raise a state sort of thing. Rush Overlord as mill would also be reasonable just to like get the money back and then pay off the debt. But raise might just be better. Or on 4, we could rush, just raise and not have the debt, and then be able to rush Overlord the next turn. That seems pretty good. Do we do it again, or do we want the Overlord? The thing is, like, we want to pop the magic lamp. So I think I'm going to rush Overlord. To play raise. An Overlord as gold mine might not be bad here either. Well, we don't have that option. All right, now that we have no estates, mill doesn't really do anything. I think it probably is. It's either sheepdog or gold mine. I think getting a gold is pretty good. So we have 4. If we trash, well, we actually have 3. If we trash, we only have 2. That's not great. We trash the raise. Might find the Overlord and the gold, which would be pretty nice. Yeah. Yeah, or we might not. Okay, fine. So landing party will stick in play, which is pretty nice for popping the lamp. Mill is fine, I guess. Sheepdog. Sheepdog can react to the gold mine. Gain. Maybe it's sheepdog. Okay. think I'm actually just playing this Overlord. Well, we could... Could just play it as mill, and then just draw 2 as sheepdog, and yeah. Okay, we could rush a raise just to get a copper out of the deck. We could get a buried treasure. Buried treasure does seem pretty good. We're pretty close to popping the lamp as it is. Well, not going to happen this time, but we can get a grand market. If we... It would be nice. Well, there's no way to get the grand market and also do another cool thing, unfortunately. Alright, they managed to slim down a lot better than I did. I do kind of wish I had that landing party. That would be helpful. Yeah, they probably had the right idea. I don't know. It's like so slow to trash the coppers that way, but I never managed to like line things up in a favorable way. I guess I could like raise the sheepdog. What would that do though? I'd have to find... Yeah, I don't think that actually works too well. We play the sheepdog. If we draw the gold and the buried treasure, it works out. Otherwise, not so much. But I guess that's worth a shot. Okay. So we could get another grand market, or we could like rush a raise and trash a copper. Probably need to rush the raise. Probably we're just losing this game because we didn't commit to copper trashing and our opponent did, and now they have wishes and they can just wish for 3 grand markets, and yeah. I thought I could shortcut things a little bit and then circle back on the copper trashing, but I think that is proving to be incorrect. And I probably should have gotten that landing party just to have the extra unique in play. I have a raise in the deck. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Did I have? No, I definitely don't have. Okay. We could go ahead and get the landing party now. That would put another unique into the deck. Sure. I mean, we could also just resign. I think that would be pretty reasonable. We're not going to get our fair share of grand markets. Yeah, alright. This is resignable. I did not play that correctly. I think that seems pretty clear. Okay. Mole Necropolis. We got Masquerade and Hermit. Necropolis is actually the only plus actions? Well, there's Madman. We're going to want to play with Masquerade and Hermit. I think... Given that we're going to presumably want to mole turn 2? I guess that's not totally clear. Oh, maybe we don't want to mole turn 2, so maybe we just open Mask Hermit. Yeah. Yeah, it just triggers a pretty unpleasant shuffle, I think, if we... Although it is a shuffle that doesn't have any, like, terminal collision risk. The good opening would be to have Necromole turn 1 with, like, the shelters in hand so you know you're still hitting 3. But... I mean, if I Necromole now, it's a 10-card shuffle. We draw 3 cards, so we leave 7 cards. We don't see the mask. It is a clean shuffle, but we might not get to buy anything this turn. Yeah, I think it's Hermit. Okay. Dang. Necromancer. Necromancer is certainly reasonable. And it's probably a little early for Menagerie, so yeah. Do we want to just get a Madman? And if so, well, if we mole, we can't replace the Hermit. Is the issue. Yeah. So putting the Necro into the trash does mean that Necromancer can play it. It means that our opponent has more access to plus actions than we do, unless or until they trash their Necro. It's not like Necro's a great card, mind you. I didn't realize my opponent hadn't taken a Masquerade yet. Anyway, I think I'm going to hold on to it for the moment. And I think we want to trigger a shuffle here. Madman is if you do, so if you end up trashing the Madman, that does not do you any favors. I don't really want a Mason. I think that we discard that. We want to put a silver in the deck. Or do we want to just take a menagerie? Menagerie's still going to have trouble activating for the time being. Well, there is Mole. Yeah, let's take the menagerie. Plus buy is going to be awkward here. You got Council Room and Salvager. I guess like Silvermine Salvager has some like synergy to it with Seer Draw. Salvage the silvers. Last card is our Necromancer. Okay. Do we get Silvermine already, I guess is the question. I think the answer might be yes. It could also be Salvager first, but it's going to be harder to hit 5 than to hit 4. Does this work? Silver for silver? Yeah, okay. This might be the time to apprentice the Necro. I don't know. But they don't have a Hermit anymore. I do like having the Hermit. It can gain menageries. Yep. Oh, I guess you can still play Madman for +2 actions. That is notable. Okay. So right now, I think I'm okay with spying here. Just gain... So do we trash the Necro now? I still think no. Do we go ahead and take a Salvager? We could take one more Necromancer first. That might make more sense. I think it does. Alright, do we mole a menagerie? Try to find plus actions. Think so? Alright. We could also mull the Hermit, but I think I'm satisfied with this anyway. I don't know why I played the Necropolis. Yeah, we're gonna totally play Necro Madman. I think we want that there. We've got multiple menageries. We actually want to gain a silver right now. I guess we probably do. I was gonna say we have. This is, if we get masked, this is actually really annoying. I don't know what I could have done about it though. I just drew all the coppers on the top. I mean, it does activate our menagerie, but don't like it. Do we apprentice the salvager? I think yes. Object is silver mine. I don't have plus buy. I don't know if I really want another silver right now. I thought I had 2 silvers, not 3. What's the last card down there? Don't know. I guess we take another seer. Oh, jeez. Not really what I was looking for. Somehow they're like over trash and I'm under trashed or something? I don't know. I guess I should mold a necromancer. I mean, I want to. The problem is then I can't play salvager again this turn. This is so annoying. Or well, I can, but I have to. I can't also play Hermit and Masquerade. Maybe that's fine. Do we trash the Hermit? We can then still use it to gain menageries with Necromancer. 6, 9, 11, 12. It's like more money than we really need, is I guess the thing. Might make more sense to just trash a copper. I think I will take one more silver. It's definitely not clear, but... Saw both of my coppers. Okay. Potentially... Well, I guess we'll probably just mull Menagerie if we need to. I guess we could also lead with Necromancer Necropolis and the Necro Salvager. That would work. This is assuming we don't get past something non-copper by Masquerade. I also wouldn't mind trashing the Masquerade at this point. I really wouldn't mind my opponent trashing the Masquerade, so I don't have to worry about that. I mean, obviously Necromancer can still play it, but... I should probably mull. Okay. We do have like 2 more seers in those 5 cards. What else do we want to do with a Necromancer? We could just spy. That's probably fine. Okay. Pass the copper. I think I will not bother to trash this. Just add another Menagerie with the Hermit. Obviously, the menageries can have trouble drawing with all the silvers in the deck, but you know. All right, so we can get up to 11. Maybe we just go double seer. Then look at greening next turn. Passing a silver shouldn't be a big deal. Playing with Scavenger is weird to me. I don't know what the thought process is there. Maybe it's like to try to set up the... Aha! There goes the Masquerade. I mean, they can still play it. But... They can't quite do Provincier, which is I would like to be able to do at the start of the scoring. I do also wonder if it's worth considering getting a Tormentor. Like, is that what we want to spend our terminal space on? Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Only we could, like, leave a seer on top of the deck. Alright, we're gonna do that. Got our Necropolis down there. Might as well just play Menagerie to draw that. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It might be worth adding a gold. If we, I guess we might as well try to snipe something good first. Do we want to add another silver while we're at it? I think not. I think I'll take a Menagerie. No, okay. We want to keep the Masquerade in the deck. 12, 13. I'm gonna say no. Or wait. Yeah, if we trash silver and gain silver, we hit 13. Well, I wanted to hit 14. Okay. But do we take another silver? Probably we don't, right? Well, if we want to hit 16 next turn, oh, we'll have the gold. Well, we could just go for double province now, though. Maybe that makes more sense anyway. Yeah, it probably does. Oh, there's an Acropolis. Okay. That would certainly make taking like another salvager or something more doable. Well, we're not getting masqueraded. I actually do have some spare terminal space now. Oh, okay. Um, I was saying I do actually have some spare terminal space now, or at least potentially, thanks to there now being Necro in the trash. I don't know what to do with it though. Play more Necromancers as Masquerade, maybe. Okay, sure. If we need to apprentice the Hermit, we'll do that. I shouldn't have played that last Menagerie. I just, right as I was clicking it, I was like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. 12, 13, trash of silver. That's good enough. So we don't need to add more silver. So we can just Hermit to gain a Menagerie. Salvager. And now our deck probably falls apart, and we really should have left that seer on top. But we got 4 provinces, so that's pretty good. And I'm struggling to see how that council room is gonna be too big of an issue. Like they can have 3 buys if they take 3 provinces, which I don't think they can afford anyway. There's no Menagerie in the trash, is there? That is admittedly annoying. It might be time to apprentice the Necro. I think so. Hmm. Okay. Like 2 seers. Okay. All right, that should be the ball game. All right, we got peasant, we got daimyo, we got quartermaster. We got. Boy, would have been nice to have 2-5. Yeah, 4-3 also better. Yeah. We can do. Okay, at least they didn't find the peasant. I mean, they weren't particularly likely to, but we can do scouting party and get another peasant. I think that's probably correct. Daimyo also an option, but I think I prefer to get another peasant first. Not be in a ton of debt. Potion. Really? Oh, you know, I didn't consider that that was... Well, we're unlikely to collide these peasants. Yeah. Do we want a quartermaster? Quartermaster getting swamp shacks looks pretty good. So I'm going to say yes. We go quartermaster Daimyo. We could also go artificer Daimyo. And the advantage of that is that right now we have a bunch of terminals. We would have fewer terminals. And we don't need to buy the Daimyo this turn if we're going to buy quartermaster or artificer. That's the other thing. Yeah, I think I kind of like the artificer, actually. Alright, so scouting party would make junk miss the shuffle. I think that's worth it. And now we take the Daimyo. We could just discard the artificer, not trigger the shuffle. I think I'm good with that. So now we could gain and play something, which is part of the reason I wanted Daimyo Artificer. What would we want that to be? We did. It could just be another peasant. It does block us from drawing anything else. We don't have enough... We won't have enough cards to do, like, Hireling. That would be ideal. But we'd need... I mean, we could top deck a Hireling, but we wouldn't get to play it. Well, we don't want to discard the Soldier. We could get a Swamp Shacks. I don't know if that's worth it, though, relative to getting a Daimyo. I think we've got 6 coins right now. It's probably not. Yeah. As nice as it would be to top deck something. If I didn't have the Soldier in hand, then... I would definitely consider Hireling, but... Because I think we have Daimyo fugitive down there that would give us the plus actions. But I don't want to not play the soldier. Do we scouting party here is another question. We've got half of our starting cards down there, so probably. Yeah, now we get to Daimyo the Fugitive. It's pretty good. Double Daimyo the Fugitive, sure. Okay, now we need to be careful. We just discarded 3 cards. If we Daimyo the Artificer, we're triggering a shuffle. But we can get a hireling. That does seem good. Because on the second Daimyo play, well, wait. We Daimyo Artificer. Play Artificer twice. We draw all 3 of these cards. On the last one, we discard 6 out of 7 cards. We top deck hireling, then we trigger a shuffle. That's awkward. It's really awkward. Is this like, if we could trigger a shuffle with the Artificer before, which we could do by playing the Fugitive. We play the Fugitive first, and we have 5 discardable cards in hand. We play Daimyo, we still have 5. We play it plays the Artificer, then we have 6. We discard the 6. And then we draw in. I think that's better. We're going to have 1 card left on top. We play the Daimyo, shuffle isn't triggered. We play the Artificer, shuffle is triggered, but it's at least a shorter shuffle. This could still be a bad turn as a consequence, but do what we can. Yeah, I mean, I guess the ideal scenario would have been that we actually played Fugitive, like one of those Daimyos that played Fugitive would have played like Artificer instead or something. Something that wouldn't have triggered the shuffle. Ooh, okay. Even if we don't get to Daimyo anything, we still gained a Daimyo. No, I didn't. Well, plus action, or sorry, plus card on Daimyo would be really nice. But I don't think so. I had wanted to get another peasant up the line by using Artificer. Maybe we do that this turn? I'm not sure what these 2 cards are. I guess we're going to find out. Might be a Daimyo down there, or it might just be junk. Just junk. What do we do? I'm not sure. We might just want to top deck another Artificer, I guess, just because we want to have something that all these Daimyos and Disciples can hit. So, we could take another Artificer and then Daimyo that. That has some issues. We could take a Peasant. Right. We would have enough to buy the last Daimyo if we did that. I think I like that. Okay, okay. So we take another Artificer. I think that looks good. We could take another Peasant. I don't think we need to do that yet, even if we want to do it. We might also want to get like a Swamp Shacks or something that draws a bunch. Ooh, okay, okay. Yeah, Discipling Artificer looks good. So we're playing the Disciple, and then we're going to Disciple the... So I think I do want to gain a Peasant. And then we don't have that much money. So let's double play the Soldier. Okay, so we just gained an Artificer. We have a Disciple on top. We could... How much junk did we see? We discarded 3 coppers, 2 estates. That's 5. 6, 7. There's 7 junk cards in our discard pile. If we were to double Scouting Party, we would see almost all of it. Top decking a Swamp Shacks doesn't impress very much, but having a Swamp Shacks in the deck would not be bad. This is all of our Daimyos. Kicking off the turn with Disciple Artificer is not as exciting as kicking it off with... if only we had, like... Well, we really don't have any junk on top, I guess, is the thing. So maybe we just get a couple Swamp Shacks. I shouldn't say we don't have any, but we don't have much. Right, soldier for fugitive, yes. Peasant for soldier, yes. I haven't really figured out how I'm scoring here. Oh, interesting. Why card on Swamp Shacks and not Daimyo? I guess in theory, if you Daimyo the same Swamp Shacks enough, you do get more draw out of it, but... Wow, okay. Yeah. Alright, what did they do? Discipled Artificer. Discard 5, gain an Artificer. Discard 4, gain a Swamp Shacks. Disciple Artificer again. Discard 4, gain a Swamp Shacks. Okay. Well, piles are getting low now, so maybe I can win on my turn if they don't. Although there is also Fleet to consider. But, like, piling the Artificers seems damn near trivial. This is assuming, I guess, that they can't, like, they don't actually have enough to outright win here, which I would be surprised by, but I'm not totally sure. Seems to be what they're going for. Well, they just played Soldier, so maybe not. Hmm. Well, we definitely have to get fleet on our turn. I mean, I'm assuming they will buy fleet. Like, there's no way they don't, right? They didn't? Okay. That's certainly a choice. Okay, so we definitely want to Daimyo the Disciple. Like, question is, do we want to Daimyo? Well, we want to gain Artificer. I think we just double Daimyo Disciple. Okay. Artificer. Don't discard. Oh, we have a Swamp Shocks in hand. And I guess there's no reason we need to do it now. We can gain a copy of Swamp Shacks with Disciple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess that's good enough. Okay. We might as well Daimyo Artificer in Swamp Shacks. And then yeah, okay. Well, why didn't they buy fleet? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I would have done. I mean, I'm not saying I would have lost, but I'm just saying I don't know what I would have done. It would have been a hell of a thing. Okay. Longship's back again. Basically a no trashing board again because we don't have a way to trash rats. Alrighty. Cavalry footpad is pretty crazy. Do we want to silver? Oh, Hunter with shelters? Bleh. I guess we do probably want a silver, huh? Just because I mean, I don't think we need acting troop particularly, certainly not now. Do we just buy cavalry now? The thing is, it doesn't trigger a very favorable shuffle. But it is, like, really good. Well, okay. So all of the shelters. This is a little awkward, though. Like, do we buy another cavalry so that we can trigger a shuffle before? Well, probably not. I guess we could buy another cavalry here. We have 7 out of 9 coins in our deck. Maybe we get to 5, maybe we don't. If we don't, we can always get an acting troop, I guess. Maybe that's what we want anyway? What do we have on top? Hovel over on a state. That's pretty awkward. We have horses. Okay. We have a horse? Why don't we have two horses? Did I draw one of the horses? No. Oh, the shuffle was triggered before the other horse got into it. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. We just want to take more cavalry. Probably. Just gonna burn through all these villagers doing this. I don't think I want to buy another cavalry. I think I want another acting troop. Oh, I see. It's because you return to the action phase and after you gain the cavalry. Right. Hmm. Where's that necropolis? Thank you. Okay, I think we can stop here. Maybe it's time for Longship. Just to get some more plus actions in the deck. Just occurred to me that we're not going to have any plus buy once the cavalry's run. Well... So... what do we do about that? What do we do about that? We only got 9 coins in the deck. We kind of need more money. Maybe we should take a kiln? Should we take another cavalry as well? Given that we have the money for it? I guess so. Go ahead and kill a cavalry now, probably. Oh, wait, no, we should... No, we don't have any more plus actions anyway. Does this order matter? I think so. Alright, we haven't drawn our overgrown estate, so I guess we want to play at least one horse. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, right, that's gonna happen. I think I'm willing to... Well, maybe I should save the rest of the villagers. Another long ship. I want a hunter. I want to be able to, like, kiln this stuff. Kind of want a footpad too, but the cavalries are going to run. We're not going to have any more plus buy. It's going to be time to province. Maybe we just do that without footpad. Whoa! Whoa, the rats? I think I want to kill the long ship. Alright, I want to keep hanging on to the villagers for now. I do want the kiln, but there we go. Oh wait, we don't have anything to kiln. Ah! Okay, screw it. We'll just leave it unplayed. Save the villagers. It's not that important. The rats thing is certainly something. Thanks, Hunter. No. Okay. I mean, I do think I was ahead there. Not exactly sure why, but wasn't paying close enough attention to what catstealer is doing while I was just sort of shoving cavalries in my deck. Ninja River Shrine, okay. Hand Sailor. Oh, and Frigate. Oh, God. River Shrine does look more correct than Ninja in the opening, just because, like, well, I think so. We're going to want to get a Ninja, obviously, but I want to get the trashing going, and Ninja doesn't really hurt River Shrine trashing. Hurt the other hand, but I'm wondering about getting a Slay. We don't really need to hit high price points here. Like, we're not going to hit 5 anyway. I mean, it would be nice to hit 4 on the turn that we don't see the River Shrine. If we see the Slay with the River Shrine, that's totally fine. We can top deck something. Artificer looks pretty relevant, and Capital City both look pretty relevant here because of Frigate. Well, do we get Artificer already? Do we get Capital City already? I guess probably capital city for the actions. Okay, yeah, Sailor does make some sense to get to Frigate. And I mean, with Frigate, you maybe don't need to play with Ninja, although it's not like Ninja's bad. I think I'm going to take the Ninja. Obviously, I won't top deck it. Oh, they managed to get to Sailor in 5. That was pretty fortunate considering they didn't even get to top deck the... Oh, they did get the horses from Sleigh, though. So do we play the Ninja? We have a Sleigh that would be fine to draw. We have 3 junk cards that would be fine to draw. Then we have the capital city and the river shrine. I think we do play it. Unless they put a frigate into play. Okay, they didn't. Maybe we take Artificer already? Artificer combines nicely with... getting like River Shrine as well. Not that nicely, I guess. We'd need more draw first, but we do have a little bit of draw. I think I'll take the Artificer. We might as well cycle. We want to find the estate. I think I don't want to use the Artificer here. I think I want to trash to top deck a Sailor. All right. I think this is just take Frigate. I mean, it's a little bit redundant with Ninja. We could just take another capital city for now. Or another Sailor on top. Until my opponent has actual draw in their deck, like, we don't really need the Frigate attack, and... yeah. Good Harvest is active, so we can hit 5 here. So maybe we just Ninja attack. Actually, it's 6, but... again, well, they do have Ninja now, but mostly they don't have much in the way of draw. The problem is that... oh, Frigate gives us a rebate. Okay. do that. And we want another sailor. Sure. Now that we had the plus buy, definitely makes a difference. Oh wait, forgot about sailor. We're probably not artificering for anything at this point, so let's just do that first. We're gonna play the river shrine, probably not. So I get one more sailor. Would be good to get a silver because good harvest, and I guess a gold. It's not exactly the priority, but at some point. I don't really want to play all three of these. Do I? Oh, really? Wow, okay. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't that strong of a position. I don't know. I wasn't paying as close attention to how catstealer's deck was coming along. I mean, I did have the frigates going. I was thinner because I hadn't gained all those silvers. I'm not really sure why catstealer did that. 1 silver I was interested in. 3 silvers, not so much. Well, I'm having a good season so far. Last season, I had a good season in the early going, and then I absolutely crashed and burned in my last match. I think my season has been better than last season through the first 4 matches, so hopefully that's not a possibility at this point. Like, even if I lose badly, hopefully I'll still be in a position to promote. I think that might be the case, but yeah, I can't complain. Again, I don't really feel like I'm just like... the one thing that really jumps out to me is catstealer not buying fleet. I did mention the silvers just now, but I didn't... In general, I don't feel like, oh man, yeah, well, it makes sense, because I just, like, played so much better. Like, but, you know, sometimes it's hard to catch, like, the little things that you might be doing better, and sometimes the breaks just go your way. Some combination of those things, presumably. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will be back with my next match at some point against the X-Strategist. Don't know when yet. Until then.